In the heart of an old mountain town, there was a shop where every clock in the world seemed to live. Tall clocks, tiny travel clocks, pocket watches, and strange contraptions with spinning wheels and glowing glass faces, all ticking in perfect harmony. The shop belonged to Mr. Renwick, the town's clockmaker. But the townsfolk whispered that he wasn't just a craftsman. He was a keeper of time itself. One winter evening, as snowflakes drifted past the windows, a faint sound broke the steady ticking. It was soft, a flutter. Mr. Renwick followed it to the corner of the shop where a dusty old grandfather clock stood. It hadn't worked in years. Its pendulum hung still, its face covered in a layer of frost that never melted. Then, from the tiny gap where the door met the frame, a white feather slipped out and landed on the floor. Mr. Renwick picked it up, warm to the touch. The next morning, a young girl named Clara entered the shop. She was quiet, bundled in a scarf far too big for her, holding a small tin box. She placed it on the counter. "My bird's gone," she said simply. "The one that sings to me before I sleep." Renwick didn't ask questions. He opened the tin box. Inside was another white feather, just like the one he had found. That night, after the last candle was snuffed out, the grandfather clock in the corner clicked once. Its door creaked open, and out stepped a tiny bird made entirely of silver gears and glass feathers, its eyes glowing faint gold. It looked at Mr. Renwick as though asking for help. He understood. Its time was running out. The gear bird hopped onto the counter, feathers trembling. Mr. Renwick wound the bird gently, but its glow only dimmed. The air in the shop seemed to tighten, clocks ticking louder, faster. He knew there was only one place that could restore it: the Midnight Tower, high in the mountains where time pooled like water in a secret spring. Bundling himself in his coat, he placed the bird inside a small leather pouch and set out into the snow. The climb was long and bitter. The wind tugged at his scarf, the snow swallowed his boots, and the stars above seemed to watch in complete silence. By the time he reached the peak, the world felt still, as if time had paused. The Midnight Tower was made of black stone, with no doors, only a thin slit of light near the top. Mr. Renwick placed the bird on his palm and held it up. The slit widened, spilling warm, golden light across the snow. The bird hopped once, then again, and took flight. It soared into the tower where its feathers flared brighter than the sun. When it returned, it was whole again. But it didn't come back alone. From the light, dozens of other clockwork birds followed, some with copper wings, some with crystal eyes. They spiraled upward into the night until they were nothing but glimmers among the stars. Mr. Renwick returned to the shop at dawn. Clara was already waiting. When she saw the bird perched on his shoulder, whole and singing, her eyes filled with quiet joy. The clocks in the shop ticked gently, like 1,000 hearts beating together. And though Mr. Renwick never spoke of the Midnight Tower, he sometimes caught a silver feather drifting through the air, as if time itself was thanking him. If you liked this story, don't forget to subscribe so you can hear more magical tales. See you next time for another magical adventure.